So a while back I attended a wedding. A friend of mine was getting married and he held his wedding at a shopping mall in Orchard Road, you know, our high-class shopping district, okay, at a shopping mall called Paragon. So I was, of course, attending that wedding, and I was going to that wedding on my motorcycle. I was going to it on my ZX6R. Now, if you've been riding a motorcycle in Singapore for a decent amount of time, you should have come across one of those signs outside parking lots, especially in places like Orchard Road. These signs basically tell you that motorcycles are not allowed to park inside the establishment. That's it. And when I was heading to Paragon, I tried to park at the shopping mall. I really didn't check whether they allowed beforehand on the internet, but when I headed there, I saw the sign. Cool, okay, that's their prerogative. Then I headed over to a nearby hospital, Mount Elizabeth Hospital. Same thing. They didn't allow motorcycles to park. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that I hate to say that, but private establishments, I have to concede, it's their prerogative to allow what kinds of vehicles to enter. Okay, but this is a hospital. So basically speaking, if I wanted to park anywhere nearby Paragon where my friend's wedding was held, I'd have to park illegally, which was what I did, and I got caught for it. Of course, I paid the fine, but whatever, that's another story. The thing I'm most pissed about is that in Singapore, the no motorcycles allowed policy is one that is taken to the extreme. Okay, private establishments are one thing, especially if it's private residential or private, I don't know, business. Places that are not open to the public in general. But establishments like hospitals, private or not, it's kind of disgusting. What makes you think, can you imagine if there is somebody who has a relative warded in Mount Elizabeth and he rushes down on a motorcycle only to be refused entry? And he has to, if he wants to, you know, park, he'll either have to risk a fine or he would have to, you know, park really far away and walk. This is really unacceptable for certain establishments. And it's not just this. A lot of establishments in Singapore do not allow motorcycle entry. And they are establishments that can, you know, be deemed as necessary. Hospitals, educational institutions, so on and so forth. In fact, there is an entire goddamn island that actively discriminates against motorcycles, and that island is called Sentosa. Albeit that Sentosa is managed by a private corporation, so definitely they do have some legal, you know, legal rights to pick and choose who can enter, but it's an entire island. Basically, you're saying that look at your own country. You have an entire parcel of land, you know, that denies entry to motorcycles. Wouldn't even call it private land either, because for the most part, I know the roads there are built with taxpayers' money. So Singaporeans are not, you know, alien to the idea that we are treated as second-class citizens, as if you are on a motorcycle at least. But it's kind of annoying knowing that if you were to look at the LTA website and look at their provision on parking, there is active discrimination against motorcyclists there. Okay, the LTA provision for buildings and establishments is that there is a certain minimum amount of car parking spaces that needs to be fulfilled. And take note, I'm going to put the link to the document in the description below so that for all of you out there, you can see these are the government's words, okay? A statutory board's words, okay? The words are very specific. It's not vehicle, it's not car/motorcycle. It's specifically saying that there is a provision, minimum amount of car spaces are required depending on the kind of establishment, okay? And they only say cars. So while many places like homes, schools maybe, they allow you to come and go on a motorcycle, it's quite abused by many shopping areas, especially in classy areas, okay? In Singapore, people tend to treat motorcycles as a poor man's ride, and they just don't want poor people around, so they'll make provisions that, you know, motorcycles, you're not welcome. It wasn't a huge problem for me, and I don't think it's a huge problem for maybe younger riders. When we were young, we only went to places like this, you know, neighborhood malls, your own home, school, and that's about it. And most of these places would, you know, cater to motorcycle parking anyway. But as you grow older, where hospitals, you know, the central business district starts playing a bigger role in where you travel, where you go to, it's kind of annoying, it's kind of jarring that this is how you are treated because of your choice of transport. Ah, man. Could you not? You guys may say that I am whining and that this is a petty issue, and indeed I am kind of whining like a little child right now. But the thing is that at the end of the day, what I cannot stand is open discrimination against people just because of your mode of transport. I kind of get, you know, private ownership, okay, the rights of private owners to do whatever the hell they want with their own property. But I believe it's fair to say that it's going a bit too far when we're talking about, you know, public services, hospitals. It may be a private hospital, but at the end of the day, it's still a health service, places of commerce, and an entire fucking island. There is a big difference between, you know, say a private piece of land where, you know, you wouldn't normally expect the public to enter, like a country club. That, you know, I totally agree that this kind of properties should have full control who should be able to enter, but it's kind of ridiculous to expect places where the public would reasonably be expected to go to not be allowed to enter because they ride motorcycles. That's fucking ridiculous. Anyway guys, I want to know what you think about this topic. Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, if you like to support this channel, the links are in the description below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and of course remember to subscribe for more videos like this in future, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, bye bye.